And you didn't do that because you don't have any respect.
No, I do, sir.
Well, you don't respect the judiciary. If you had respect, listen, I don't know how many judges offer that. I'd be surprised if there's more than 3 in the state that do that. Maybe they are. Maybe they all do it. I don't know. But when I tell you that you have to at least give us the courtesy of calling up and going on Zoom and requesting an extension, and you don't do it, and you blow it off for 3 months, it doesn't make me happy.
Understand?
Do you?
Yes, sir.
Where you work?
For
Ford Motor?
the tech center
Where?
on 401 Greenfield.
You didn't take off 2.5 months working at Ford. They'd have fired you.
No, I just started Monday.
Monday.
This past Monday.
Yesterday?
Yes, sir.
You started yesterday.
Yes, through a temp service.
I don't believe you. Okay? I don't believe you were in Atlanta for 2.5 months.
They were helping my father.
Just so you know, I don't believe you. Okay? I have people lie to me every day. All right?
Mhm.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't look very smart. But I get tired of it.
I understand.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
This is a courtroom. We're not in a bar. We're not telling fish stories. You pull this nonsense with me again, you're going to force me to put you in jail on a civil infraction, and I won't hesitate. Do we understand one another?
Yes, sir.
When can you start paying this?
I have the full payment next month. That's correct.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
I can give you more time if you want.
No, that's fine.
What are you going to do if you don't have the money?
I'll have the money. Okay.
No. Let's say something happens. Your engine goes out on your car. The bank forecloses. You got a credit card. What are you going to do if you don't have the money?
Reach out to family and friends.
No, you're going to call the court, or you're going to drive to the court on or before the due date at 8:30 in the morning. And I'll give you an extension.
Okay.
I mean, I can't be more fair than that, can I?
Correct.
You pay by May. Week from Friday is the 8th. I'm giving you till the 13th. Again, I don't want to treat you like a child. What are you going to do if you don't have them? On or before the due date, right?
Right.
That's if you can operate Zoom. If you can't, you have to come in here on or before the due date, okay? All right, May 13th. Good luck.
Thank you.
Whittle. 25B14837-9B, 21F235726A, 25B14837-9C, and 25B14837-9A. Your name.
Timothy General.
All right, so Mr. Whittle, I set a sentence date. This was first of all, let's talk about the possession of a controlled substance. But I want you to understand before we go further that you have the right to an attorney. If you, either way, I will be glad to appoint you one at public expense. Do you understand?
Yes.
Would you like an attorney?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You had one before, didn't you?
Yes.
I think you need one. Now, here's the problem. Our probation court-appointed lawyer got detained in Florida, I believe. His flight didn't go out, so we had to call somebody. So I'm going to give you your choice. You can either wait for him to get here, and I don't have any idea how long it will take, or I'll reschedule this for a week or two. And that'll give you more time to come up with money and do whatever else. So I'm going to give you your choice. What would you like to do?
Reschedule.
I'd get going on this if I was you. Heather, when
Yes,
are we
Judge.
gonna when are we gonna reschedule this probation? I can go a week, I can go 2 weeks, whatever you want.
We have probation docket next on May 11th.
Okay? So we'll make
We should do probably 11:15.
at 11:15 in the morning, May 11th, 11:15 in the morning. Okay?
Yes.
I don't think you're taking care of this very well. I don't want to talk about it now. I expect you, sir, to take care of your business. Did you hear what I said? Maybe you did. But something said defendant behind on payment plan, reschedule with probation violation hearing. That's what they said on April 14th. So unless you came in and paid and the staff made a mistake by not putting it on there,
I don't know.
I don't want you to talk until we get a lawyer for you, okay? So you're going to have to figure things out. How old are you again?
24. Time 25, Saturday.
Well, happy birthday. (5/11) at 11:15, they'll give you your notice down the hall, okay? It's time to grow up. Okay? Time to grow up. Good luck. You too. Go down the hall and get your notice. What do you guys have in here? What's your name?
Michael DePew. Mine's Steven Chartrain.
Do you have them on the docket? What do you have, Mr.
DePew. Speeding ticket.
Did you meet with the department rep?
No, am I supposed to?
Let me see that. What's he?
Would you like to spell it?
DEPUGH. Michael.
Yeah, at 9:30.
Oh, it's at 9:30.
Yeah.
Is it a department rep?
Yes.
Sure. How about you?
I have the same thing. It's for a speeding ticket at 9:30 through Woodhaven.
I see it.
Have John take them over there when he gets back. Yeah, I understand. So you should be in conference room 3. Sadie, would you take them to that conference room and tell the department rep that they're here? Ma'am, what is your name?
Yeah.
There's a million Amandas. What's your last name? Okay, what are you here for?
Talk to the officer and just you here.
Okay, let's go get them set up. You're gonna go talk, you have a speeding or a civil infraction, right? Okay, go, she'll take you. Thank you. Stay seated, everybody. Okay, people against James Donald Lambert, 260-648-142. Come on up to the podium, please. Good. Thanks. Good morning, sir. Your name?
James Lambert.
All right. You are going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, and they are going to dismiss the original charge of speeding, correct?
Correct.
To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept your plea, dismiss the speeding, 150 is your total. You can go right down to the cashier.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you. All right, Kathy Mohammed Salah, 260-647-753. Good morning, ma'am. Your name? All right, so you went into default. You filed a motion to set aside the default judgment. You posted a bond. They met with you and you were going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, correct? To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right. You got a couple, three on here, so 180 is your total. You have a bond of 165. Go down the hall, apply the bond, pay the other $15, and you're all set, okay? Good luck. Default judgment set aside on that, Heather. Default judgment set aside.
Hey, look.
Matthew Harris, 26W842021. Morning, sir. Your name?
Matthew Harris.
You are going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, correct? To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept your plea. It's a first offense. 150 is your total. You're all set. Go down the hall and take care of that.
Thank you.
Best of luck. People against Baumia, Richard James Baumia, 26B150491. Your name? You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Correct.
To that, and the failure to yield causing an accident will be dismissed, correct?
Correct.
To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, so it says no injuries, vehicles drivable, 195 is your total. Be careful though, okay? Good luck. The original charge is dismissed. People against Maxwell, Jacob Anthony Maxwell, 26B150524A and B. Good morning, your name? All right, so you're going to plead to impeding traffic. The careless will be dismissed. You're also going to plead to the equipment violation, true? All right, to that charge of impeding traffic on file A, responsible or not responsible? And to the equipment violation on file B, responsible or not responsible? Got to be careful. You understand what I'm saying? Got you going squealing tires. You went into the oncoming traffic lane, according to the report. All right, I'll accept. So again, I'll accept the plea to impeding, 225 on that one, and I'm going to accept the plea to equipment violation. And that one, I'll charge you $135. You can go down the hall and pay those $260. You're all set. Good luck. I mean, $360. I'm sorry. People against Collins. Devin Tyler Collins, 25B149773A. Good morning. Your name? All right, Mr. Collins, you are on probation. And I have a charge here that alleges that you violated probation. I placed you on probation on the charge of operating while impaired. January 29 of 26. This charge, which would be your first technical violation, alleges that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs testing positive for cocaine on an April 126 chemical test. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty or if you're found guilty, you could get 5 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights form here today?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we are not going to have a hearing of any kind. Do you understand that? All right, you do have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one. Either way, I'll be glad to appoint you one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Would you like an attorney?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. I will give you a lawyer. We'll set you up with the probation lawyer that just arrived, and we'll go from there. You also have a B file, by the way, where you pled the possession of a controlled substance, and the same thing exists on that. That would be a first violation, and that probation you could receive 5 days if you plead guilty or are found guilty of this offense. And since it was taken under section 7411, which I explained to you previously, that 7411 status could be revoked, the conviction entered, and you would be subject, like I said, to new sentencing and up to a 5-day jail term. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions before I give you your lawyer? All right, go out in the hallway. We'll set you up with an attorney, and he will speak to you, and then you'll both come in together. Okay?
Thank you.
Morning, Miss Westmoreland.
Hey, good morning, Judge. How are you?
Good, thanks. How about yourself?
Good, good, thanks. Thank you. Peter,
Tishkoff. Jenna Jolene Elizabeth Tishkoff, 26F245-94950. Good morning, ma'am. Your name? All right, so, that was the probation attorney. You are charged with driving without due care and caution. There was an accident. Both vehicles were drivable. You have the right to meet with the department rep. You did do that. He's indicating both vehicles were drivable and there were no injuries. This says you are going to plead responsible to impeding traffic. Is that how you wish to proceed?
Yes, sir.
To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Original charge is dismissed, 195. Cashier end of the hall to your right, okay?
Thank you.
Be careful, please. Suzette Kennedy West, 26F246992.
Judge, I believe that she came up to the window and just paid that. We were told there was no deal on that, and she came up to the window and was gonna pay it.
Okay, I'll just make a note. Defendant accepted responsibility, paid ticket. That was a charge of impeding traffic. Witts, Chad Austin Witts, 26D150-245. All right, good morning. Your name?
Chad Woods.
You are going to plead to prohibited parking, true?
Yeah.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted, $85. You are all set.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Original charge is dismissed. People against Stephen Chartrand, 26W41988. All set. I wish you well. Good luck. People against Victor Marlon Smith Jr., 266-48007 A and B. You have a no proof of insurance charge and you have an expired plate charge. Your name.
Good morning, Your Honor. Get the laws.
Good morning to you. You're going to plead to, you want an informal hearing?
Yeah, only because.
That's fine. You don't need to explain.
Okay.
We'll set an informal hearing. You can give me a date on these, Heather.
We can do May 11th at, take a look here, 9:45.
May 11th at 9:45. We'll summon the officer and we'll have our hearing on that date on those two charges. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, wish you well. Good luck. All right. People against. And as soon as Ampaw comes in, Heather, I'll take him right after that next case, all right?
Okay,
Okay, is that the trooper?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. Is he here?
They're all here.
Oh, I'll take that one next. People against Devin Tyler Collins, 25B1497773 A and B.
Morning, Your Honor. I was bringing forward McNally's attorney, page 657. I'm beginning with, Devin Tyler Collins, who went left. Would you please state your name for the record? Devin Tyler Collins.
I'm sorry, you're Mr. Green.
Yeah,
Okay, well, good to have you here. I don't think I've had the pleasure, have I?
that's been a while.
Okay. All right. So he's got a charge of failure to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs testing positive for cocaine on April the 1st of 26. He has no prior violations. How is he going to proceed on this?
He admits that to the violation. He has had some stressful events in his life.
Okay, I'll take the plea and I'll listen to you. Okay, how's that? And sir, do you understand what your lawyer just said?
Yes.
He tells me that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of testing positive for cocaine on a chemical test of April 1 of 26. Is that what you want to do? If you plead guilty again, you're subject to a 5-day jail term. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial or a hearing of any kind. Do you understand that? I need Beth in here on that. To the charge, failure to refrain from consuming illegal controlled substances, testing positive for cocaine on a chemical test of April the 1st. How do you plead? Did you test positive for cocaine on that date, April 1 of 26?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had you consumed cocaine within the, say, 5 days preceding that?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? Plea is accepted to that charge. What were the circumstances?
Your Honor, Mr. Collins had just lost his great grandfather and also found out that a close cousin was going to federal prison for a lengthy stay, and became a little bit, I suppose, stressed out and of course sad, and that led to a relapse. He has paid all of his fines and costs as of 2 weeks ago, over $1,800. He's completed his victim impact class of 45 and paid $45 for that. He intends to enroll in drug abuse counseling at the Guidance Center in Southgate, Michigan. There's just been a little bit of confusion between whether his insurer, United Healthcare, will pay for it or whether he will have to pay out of pocket.
Why isn't he in there by now? I ordered January 29th for him to do outpatient treatment. I said AA, NA 3 times a week until in treatment. Why hasn't he been in now?
He is an AA.
Yeah, I know, but why is it taking him so long? He's got to move.
Well, I do, okay, go ahead.
I speak.
Not yet. Ms. Wild's your name.
Elizabeth Wild.
Can I see the screening report? Now you can say whatever you'd like to say.
I heard what I was told. I thought I was able to have time until June 1st. That was also the time for the victim impact. So I thought I had the time to do that as well until then. But when I got on the phone call with my probation officer, she said that I needed to take care of that right away. And then when I started doing it, my insurance is saying they cover it, and then the place says they don't cover it. But I'm at the point of nowhere. I'm just going to pay out of pocket if nothing happens within the next couple of days. So I'm gonna be.
You can't be fooling around with cocaine, and you did it at the time. You can't be doing that.
I just had a very bad relapse, very low.
Well, but you were doing it 2 times per week as of the date of the screening, and the screening took place after the plea. The screening took place on December 18th, so how's he doing with everything else?
Outside of the treatment, which he informed me he didn't have insurance, we actually referred him over to Wayne County Authority, so this is the first I'm hearing about anything with private insurance, Your Honor, in the Guidance Center. But he did complete his court work program. This morning, he provided proof of completing his victim's impact panel. As counsel indicated, I do have his verification of his 12-step meetings.
Has he been going 3 times a week
He has been, Your Honor.
in person?
In person, he does have his signature, Your Honor. I'm gonna indicate that what he's provided to me does make it seem like he's going in person, Your Honor. In regards to his testing, his test following the positive was negative. That was April 13th, Your Honor. He's due obviously for his next 2 chemical tests in the month of May. He's testing twice monthly.
Anything you want to say in addition?
That nothing that, British Foster hasn't, really provided. I think he did have a few plume tests obviously before the failed test. And then of course the plume test after the failed test. He does keep a job 40 hours per week at a fencing company in Livonia. He's been there for 3 years. He's just trying to get this behind him to get moving forward.
I didn't really I didn't really set a time frame for him to be bi-weekly. Then I said then monthly, but I didn't set a time. I don't know if I did that wrong. Or, I mean, if I didn't write it down or I neglected to say. Said bi-weekly and then I said bi-weekly, then monthly.
Yeah, I was leaving that to my discretion, Your Honor, when I see it like that. I did talk with Mr. Collins about reducing it, but not for a period of time, at least until he was in his treatment program, which again, is an indication he's not in it as of now.
You got to get going. Suffice it to say, the reason I ordered treatment is so this wouldn't happen. And you're not getting it taken care of. You follow me?
Yeah. My plan is to figure it out by the end of the day or the next couple of days. And if not, if my health insurance isn't going to give me a straight answer, I'm just going to play out of pocket and just start going.
Well, no, I wouldn't encourage you to do that. I'd encourage you to straighten that out with them. All right. Anything else, Ms. Wiles?
Nothing further, Your Honor. I mean, I know you have a second file, it's under 7411. There's continued use. I don't know if the court wants to enter that.
I'll keep that sitting out there, but if you mess up again, you're gonna have a big problem with me, okay? So I'll assess additional costs of 75. You're gonna do a day on the court work program and pay $35 for that. I'm putting all of that on the B file and I'm running it concurrent with the A file. And that's that, but you're gonna pay $35 for court work program, attend one day on the court work program, so pay additional costs of 75, continue testing bi-weekly until August 15 of 26. If you're clean, I'll then make it monthly. Okay? We understand one another?
Sir.
Good. All right. Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day, sir. Good luck. Stay out of trouble. People against John Lawrence Wood, 26M 703-415 FY. Good morning. Trooper, your name?
Trooper Brown, Michigan State Police.
Good morning, sir. Sir, your name? Your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf.
All right. So, for purposes of, he is charged with a felony charge of possession of cocaine, less than 25 grams of 4-year. Does he stand mute, waive formal reading?
That's correct.
All right, so I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to advise you of your rights, sir. You do have the right to remain silent. You do not have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, orally or in writing, it can be used against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to be represented by a lawyer today. You have the right to be represented by a lawyer at all subsequent court proceedings. If you cannot afford one, you can fill out a petition for one and I will appoint you one. You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor. At the preliminary examination, and you have the right to that within 7 days of the probable cause conference, the people have to show as to this crime that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they prove that, you will be bound over for further proceedings to the Wayne County Circuit Court. If they fail to prove that, then the case would be dismissed and you would be discharged. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand and advise? I'm sorry, that's it. Okay. May 12th will be the preliminary exam. I'm sorry, the probable cause conference. May 12th at 9:30. May 19th at 11 will be the preliminary exam. So May 12th at 9:30, May the 19th at 11. So whoever's the officer in charge will have to be here for that. Do you want to address bonds?
Yes, Your Honor. I
Go
would
ahead.
like to know that Mr. Wood currently is residing in Rockwood. He has no dependent matters. He's not on probation or parole. He is self-employed as a contractor. He's never failed to appear in court. He wasn't aware of this warrant at the time. But after speaking with Mr. Wood at length this morning, he did assure me he would be appearing all future court dates and understands the importance of doing so.
Cooper, can you tell me when or what his record's like?
He has, I believe, one prior for,
Drugs?
yes.
I believe it was dating back to 1990.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds accurate.
All right. What, do you have anything you want to say regarding bond?
Those, I support the court proceeding.
All right. He lives on Hidden River Drive, correct?
Yes, sir.
They'll do prints over there today, right?
I printed him yesterday, sir.
Oh, you already printed them?
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you a $10,000 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm going to order that you attend AANA at least 2 times per week. That has to be in person. We're going to hand you a form every time you go. You have to have the form signed every time you come to court. You have to bring the form with you. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. AANA twice a week. You have to have the form signed. You have to go in person. You have to test weekly. So you're going to go to meet with probation. They're going to have you test weekly. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You understand everything I have said.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're going to sit down there, fill out your petition for a court-appointed lawyer. He's going to hand you an AA sheet. Once you're done, you're going down the hall to get your new court dates and, your paper notes, okay? Any questions? Just make sure you show up. Don't make it worse than it is. Good luck. Mateo Sands. Thank you. 26B149937. All right. Sir, your name?
Signs?
All right, so you got in an accident. It says you're going to plead to impeding. It says that there was no injuries and both vehicles were driving, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
To the charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible.
Responsible.
Plea is accepted. You got to be careful, son. 195 is your total. I'll dismiss the failure to stop assured clear distance. Okay, good luck. Slow down. Be careful. Thank you. Amon
Yes,
Rivastava, 26W8422165.
yes, Your Honor.
All right, and hang on 1 second. Where's the other file?
Kim brought it back down. Somehow it ended up down here. I had her bring it down.
All right, well, no, you don't have to do that. Just make sure you make,
She brought it down, should be with it.
okay. So you're Mr. Shrivasta, you have to start your video.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. Okay, tell me your name again.
My name is Aman Srivastav.
You're going to now plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Correct.
And that's with a commercial vehicle, and then they're going to dismiss the improper lane use, true?
True.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
To that charge of impeding traffic, you plead
Yes.
responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Your Honor.
Do you have that one? Shrivastana. I'm going to accept your plea, dismiss the commercial vehicle improper lane use. I'm going to dismiss the no proof of insurance. 235 is your total. Cashier end of the hall to your right, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
I think that's the one
Thank
you
you.
put out there.
There's 2 files.
Right here on top. There's no.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Can I
So you
pay
can go on,
this?
listen, you can go online and pay that today, 33court.com, okay?
Sure, okay. Sorry,
You're-
please say one more time.
You're gonna go online at
Yes.
33court.com, 33court.com.
Three.
And you're gonna use your ticket number from the improper lane use, which has now been reduced to impeding traffic. And you're gonna pay your $235 on that, all right?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you. Slow down, be careful and all that. Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, I will.
Do I have Erickson's files here? I got one file. I need the other one. Let me see.
They don't have paper clips on any of these.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. Hang on. Let me just double check and make sure he put that in there. All right. People against Devon Rebecca Erickson, 26F2460003A and B. All right, ma'am, your name? So you're going to put the expired plate. They're going to dismiss the insurance and you're going to make sure you got everything taken care of, right? To that charge, expired plate, responsible or not responsible? Plea is accepted. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss the no insurance on motion. Police officer 135 is your total. You go down the hall to the cashier and make your payment. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Is Ariana White here? Come on up here, ma'am. I'm sorry. Ariana Carey White, 260-647-629. Your name? All right. You're going to plead to no proof of insurance? To that charge, responsible or not responsible? Do you have insurance now? You can't drive without insurance, man. You get in an accident, that'll haunt you forever. You follow me? The insurance company will pay the damage to the other car and wage loss and whatever else, then they're going to come after you. And it's not going to be fun. 185. You got to go get insurance. Got to go get insurance. You go down the hall, make your payment, you're all set. Good luck. People against Drew Deshaun Grayson, 25G719-663. Your name?
Drew Grayson.
Did you meet with a lawyer this morning?
No, I'm supposed to. I usually do my lawyer.
We're going to take you to the probation lawyer, okay? So he's going to set you up. My court officer is. And then you're going to go talk to the lawyer. And then the two of you are going to come in front of me, all right?
Yeah, come on.
Any questions?
Sorry.
Good luck. Zachary Dodds, Zachary Ryan Dodd, 26F245-888. Your name?
Is that that?
Mr. Dodd. What's going on with you?
Doing very well. Was made a mistake and ended up giving myself a ticket.
Huh? You're gonna plead impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible? 150 is your total. Cashier end of the hall to your right, and you're all
I
set.
do have a favor to ask you.
A favor?
I am currently in between jobs. I have to start my,
When do you need to, how much time do you need?
but I have to end of this month.
That's only 2 days.
Oh, sorry, end of May.
Where are you starting in?
CA Hall, I'm gonna be built in Bridges for the state of Michigan. Yeah,
Good.
I was currently let go from a risky union job and I just paid my mortgage and it's just been tough this
You
month.
pay $75 bi-weekly, beginning on May the 18th, okay?
Thank you so much, Brandon.
If you need more time, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension. Don't be bashful.
No, I won't.
Just don't ignore me, okay?
All right, thank you.
Good luck. Jackie Lee Hughes, this one goes to Mr. Lee. Jackie Lee Hughes, 26F2460012. Morning, Mr. Hughes. Your name? You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right?
Yes, sir.
You gotta be careful out there.
Yeah.
You're close to not being given impeding here. You understand what I'm telling you? Yes? To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Please accept that one is your total. You can go down the hall and take care of that. Good luck. Sir, If you can see my name on the ticket next time, you're not getting impeding from me. You got it? Good. Race Robert Loving,
Judge, I'm
Two.
sorry, how much was it for that one? I missed your view.
190. 190.
Thank you.
Race Robert Loving, 26T647698. Defendant failed to appear. Defendant is responsible as charged by default. Case was scheduled for 10. It's 10:47 rather. Eman Yelazarov, 26F246010. Morning, Mr. Yelazarov. Your name?
Good morning. What's that? I'm in Piazza.
All right, so you're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Correct.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right. Please accept it. 155 is your total. Cashier enter the hall to your right, and you're all set. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Augusto Contreras Hernandez, 26W841323. Defendant failed to appear. Defendant is responsible as charged by default. Oh, wait a minute. Who's the officer on this one? Is Officer Villarreal here?
Officer Villarreal's not here.
Come on up here a second. This was set for an informal hearing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Your name?
Wood Haven Police Department.
Neither one of them showed, and I just don't feel comfortable. I'm gonna have to go ahead and dismiss the ticket.
I do have an iPhone. I'm not finding this name that just zoomed in.
From
I
D.
don't know.
August or something like that. You gotta identify yourself. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah,
Augusto Contreras Hernandez.
There he is.
okay. Plaintiff failed to appear. I'm dismissing your case. Case dismissed. Defendant, PO failed to appear. You're all set. Good luck.
Appreciate it, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Lieutenant. Have a good day.
You too, man.
Take care. Bye now.
Bye.
Is Bill Lampaw ever showed up again?
No, and I have called him multiple times to go straight to his voicemail.
I can't, Tristan Gage Helms, 26F246008 and 009.
Deputy Your Honor,
Your name?
Tristan Gage Helms.
No, I just have 26, my mistake, forgive me. This is 26F246009. I'm sorry, your name again.
Tristan Gage Helms.
All right, you're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes, sir.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, sir.
I'll accept the plea. 150 is your total. Cashier under the hole to your right, and you're all set. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Norma Graziella Rodriguez, 26F246008. Defendant failed to appear. Defendant is responsible as charged by default. And I don't know what to do with AMPA. They worked it out where he was going to plead on file A.
And I just tried him again and got voicemail again.
You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'll just make a note here because the charge was impeding traffic. I'll just make a note. Parties worked out agreement. Defendant here by Zoom lost contact. He never reconnected. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just make a note. C stiff. Defendant was to plead to as charged on file B. And the prosecutor or the department rep was going to go ahead and dismiss the A file defective equipment. So no harm, no foul. I'll go ahead and take the plea. I'm gonna assess fines and costs on the impeding of 155. You're gonna have to send him something and tell him that he has to pay this by whatever, May the 14th or something in that area. I don't care what date you
Okay.
pick out. And I'll still go ahead and dismiss. I'll say C-stip, CB file. That was the impeding traffic file, and I'll go ahead and still dismiss the defective equipment. So that's what I'll do. So he's still gonna end up with the same bargain that he worked out with the department rep. Is Mr. Green with that guy?
Who's that?
The probation file I gave you?
Grayson?
I don't know. Was it? Do you have anything else down there? All right, court's in recess.
I was not
Okay, so
traveling
you
in the
don't,
left.
you didn't want to take what he offered you, right?
He offered me like out of 2 tickets, 1 ticket does not make sense because I had
Slow down,
insurance.
slow down, slow down. He offered you
Yes.
what?
He offered me impeding traffic ticket.
Okay, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You got a commercial vehicle license, right?
Yes.
All right, well, he's got you in the left lane, it sounds like. And you can't do that. So if you want to set an informal hearing, no problem. Just know that if you lose that, the points are getting assessed on your record. It's up to you.
I just want to add one thing, and
I
if
don't
you
want to
say
add anything. I just want to know, is that what you want to do, is set it for informal hearing?
I'll pay for the impeding traffic.
Listen, again, I don't care what you do. These hearings take 5 minutes, 7 minutes. If you want to have a hearing, I'm not trying to dissuade you from that. It's up to you. I just want you to be aware that if you are convicted, that it's going to go on your record. That's all.
I understand. I understand that, and the only reason I wanted
I don't
initially,
I don't need to know your reason. If you want an informal, I'll be happy to give you an informal, sir. I'm not trying to talk you out of it.
no, I understand that completely. Yeah, 100%.
Because somebody's kind of just accusing me in here of
Yeah.
trying to talk them out of it, and that's the last thing I want to do. So do you want me to set it for informal?
Yeah. So no
Okay.
hearing. No hearing. I just want to pay for the charge I was offered for. That's all I want to do. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm not sure. I don't understand certain words, but I do understand. I don't want any hearing. I will go back to the administration representative who offered me.
I gotta send you back to the department rep, but I swear to you, I'm not trying to talk you out of going to a hearing. I want you to understand that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, that's what I'll do. I'll send it back to the department rep. That's got to go back to Woodhaven's. Kenneth Talton Jr., 26T 647651.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your name?
Yes, Your Honor. Kenneth Thompson Jr.
What have you decided to do?
I'm second.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Want to make sure, because I can promise you, if you are accepting impeding only because you think I'm not going to be fair with you, that's the last thing in the world that I want.
Yes, sir. I'm accepting.
You sure?
Yes.
You have to go back to the Trenton department, okay? Because he's written it up like you wanted to hear it. And that'll give you a couple more minutes. If you change your mind, no problem. I swear to you, I'm not trying to talk you out of it. John, this one has to get back to Trenton rep, okay? Thank you. You go back and talk to him. Thank you. Thornton, Lamar Eugene Thornton. 4B 702123 FY. That has to go back to the training rep.
Okay, do I need to tell him anything about it, or?
He wants impeding now. Your name? So, here's where we are with this one. I find you. I placed you on probation for 24 months back on April 28 of 25. You have one prior technical violation. The charge here is now that you failed to pay your fines and costs as ordered of $1,115. If you plead guilty or if you're found guilty, that would be a second technical violation, and you could receive 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice and rights form here today? Plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. We're not going to have a hearing of any kind. Do you understand that? All right. Give me 1 second here. All right. You have the right to a lawyer. I will be happy to provide you with one at public expense if you would like them. And you understand that if you plead guilty, you could get 10 days, right? You waive your right to a lawyer, is that true? To that charge then, that you failed to pay $1,115, your fines and costs as ordered, how do you wish to plead? Did you fail to pay your fines and costs as ordered?
Yeah.
Has anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
And you're sure you want to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll accept your plea. I find it to be an accurate plea made voluntarily and understandingly. The plea is accepted. Why didn't you come and talk to me?
For the most part, I was handling all my, the previous warrants from my whole ticket, so I just started, so mine got caught, I started taking care of each one at a time.
Remember when I told you you were supposed to pay 50 per week beginning on September the 12th?
Yeah, then
Hey, slow down. Do you remember when I told you that? Did you do that?
my probation officer, she told me to focus on the ticket that.
Call in his probation officer.
What's the name on this one?
This is,
Ms. Wild.
Lamar Thornton and it's Ms. Wild. She didn't, if you,
She had told me to pay off the Browns, basically that probation, because it was stolen. So I was focused on paying that, and then
well, she gave you extra time and you paid nothing. Remember when I told you you needed to come talk to me if you didn't have the money?
Yeah.
You didn't do that, right?
Right.
This is now 6 months later, right? 7 months later?
I do want to note that I have each one of my courts that.
Sir, do you remember when I told you to come and talk to me if you didn't have the money? Why didn't you do that?
Just, my brain was just on another level, and I was trying to take care of what she asked me about. I thought I would be okay with just taking care of the probation and getting started and take care of it.
You know this is a 1-year misdemeanor, right?
Yes.
But I told you to come talk to me. Why didn't you come and talk to me?
I just, I wasn't thinking about it, so I just.
Weren't thinking about it. This
Yeah,
wild's your
I
name.
was focused on too many courts at a time to where I actually didn't sit down to come and sit here to advocate, to tell you that I was, yeah.
Your name?
Elizabeth West, Pictionary.
Did you tell him to take care of the other courts first?
He is scheduled to be off probation. He has a case with Judge Hessen. He missed his deferred judgment date. He had just paid that off in order for that case to be dismissed. So I did talk to him about making effort to pay to be able to get the warrants cleared that he had to get cleared as well. So,
I know, but I told him to come and talk to me.
yes.
And I don't want him talking to probation officers. I don't mind if there's a little leeway, but this one was 6 months. He hasn't paid anything on this. Where do you work?
Right now, I'm doing my own business.
What kind of business?
Mostly I get my income from paying, but right now I'm converting the trailer into a food trailer.
Has he been doing his, did he clear all the other warrants?
Yeah, he's got a couple left to go, Your Honor. We were in court, back in September. Allotted him a little bit more time. Every time I do Lamar, I do run his record and he's clearing them as we go. But it is the money that is surrounding, Mr. Thornton in regards to his ability to just close those out.
All right. Now, I want you to listen to me clearly. I'm going to give you an extension. I'm going to assess additional costs of only $50, even though it should be a lot worse. You haven't paid and you didn't come and talk to me like I told you.
Right.
So I'm going to let you be the judge now. You're going to tell me when you can pay, how much you can pay on whatever basis that there is, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, I don't care. You understand?
Yeah.
When can you start to pay on this?
Stuff.
Tell you what, I'll just start having you pay $50 per week. And I won't even start it. I won't even start it until a week from Monday, which is May the 11th. Now, I don't have a problem with this. If you call the court and say, Judge, I don't have the money, you call the court at 8:30 on or before a due date, they'll set you up on Zoom. I'll be glad to give you 48 extensions if I need to. But you cannot ignore me like this. Do you understand that? I hope you do, because next time I'm not going to be this nice. When I offer people that, and then they don't come in here, I don't understand it. So I'm going to do this for you. No more. If you need more time, it's not an issue. How fair is that? Good luck. Lisa Kreider, 267842063. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Your name? All right, so you're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
You've got no priors to the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right. I'll accept the plea. 150 is your total, okay? 150 and you are all set. Your speed's dismissed. Good luck. Parker DeMarco, 26W4184. Good morning, sir. Your name? All right, so you're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes.
And they're going to dismiss the distracted to the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, I'm going to accept your plea of responsibility. Fines and costs are 155 and you 160, I'm sorry, 160. And you are all set. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you. People against Distad, Evan Curtis Distad, 26B150494. Your name?
Evan Curtis, this guy.
Yeah, you can't park over the sidewalk. You didn't know that?
I didn't know.
You can't do that. They're moving to dismiss it. I'm fine with it, but don't do it again, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
You're all set. Case dismissed. People against Erickson, Yvonne Rebecca Erickson, 26F246003, A and B. Your name?
Anderson.
All right. Detective, good morning. Your name?
Sir, Detective Judge Quinn, Wetline Police.
What do we have here?
Well, there's a little bit of confusion with the citation, right? Because Yvonne bought a vehicle in Ohio under the impression that all the registration, everything is be transferred. Unfortunately, she learned that's not true.
Wait a minute. Did you go to the Ohio Secretary of State?
Just the dealership. Yard dealership, that I bought the vehicle from. In Toledo.
Well, why would you think though that if you buy a vehicle, you don't have to get your plate renewed and not have insurance? You didn't call your agent?
Oh, no. Yeah, I definitely called the agent. Yes. So I got insurance. It was the.
Yeah, but you didn't have insurance on March 30th, right?
No, I did technically, two situations that were kind of weird, I know. First, the VIN didn't match the car that I was in, okay, which was a 2023, okay? And it said in the description it was a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee, but it wasn't the right VIN. So the dealership must have given me the wrong VIN because they get that all set up before you leave.
Did you call your agent, your insurance agent?
I just do everything online, just type it in and everything was valid. It let me go through, had the same description. But
Wait a minute, slow down.
Oh, sorry, but
Slow down. I want to ask you a question. You can't leave the dealership without insurance on the car.
yeah, no.
Did you call your agent and say, hey, listen, I'm getting a new car. I want you to put insurance on that?
Yes.
You did? Did
Yes.
he send you proof of insurance or she send you proof of?
Yeah.
Do you have that proof of insurance with
I
you?
do,
Let
yeah.
me see it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's in the package that I gave,
The problem is the plate.
Hang on. Let me just look. So you went and got registration on it, March 31 of 26, the next day.
And I transferred.
And you went to the Secretary of State, right?
Yeah.
When did you get the car?
In the summer, the prior summer,
Wait a
and
minute.
I was driving around in my old plates.
You didn't even have insurance.
No, I did have insurance, it's just the plates didn't match. I know, it's a mess.
If you got the car in the summer, which would have been the summer of 25, why didn't you get registration and insurance? You didn't get your insurance. Am I missing something here? Can you try to help me out?
Well, Your Honor, part of the confusion where it started to become an issue for me was she was fully prepared to take responsibility for the expired plate. But when I started to address the insurance part of the citation, nothing about the vehicle on the citation matched with anything to do with the paperwork that she's given. Because Officer Murray wrote her a citation based on a 2020 Jeep with a different license plate. And in the remarks section of the citation, the VIN that's listed there is completely different. So I stopped with negotiating with her because I wasn't sure exactly how to proceed based on the fact that everything she's given me is completely different than what she was issued at the time of the citation. So the stuff that she provided to us today is valid for the vehicle that she bought last summer when it was, but.
Well, you kept the 20,000, you kept the, let me just see something here. You were still driving a 2020 car, right?
No, it showed that I was because the plate was still attached to my old vehicle. It was never transferred when I bought the new car to the new vehicle. That was the biggest issue. So that's why on the citation it has the 2020 because he pulled my license plate, which wasn't accurate to the vehicle I was driving. But then we discovered that even so, the VIN number on my insurance, even though the description says my new car, which is 2023 Grand Cherokee, was not the same VIN number as the vehicle I was driving. So the dealership must have given me the wrong VIN number when I did that, and then I never transferred the plates.
What do you want to do?
I'm perfectly fine with her accepting responsibility for the expired plate. I
You dismissing the no insurance?
As long as the court is okay with it.
Is that what you want to do, ma'am?
I do, yeah.
Did you fill out a stipulated plea agreement?
Not yet, Your Honor. I was a little confused with the documentation, so I just was looking for some clarity before I did.
That's fine. If you want to do that, just write up, she's pleading the expired plate on file A and file B, you're moving to dismiss, if that's what you want to do. Okay? I'll put that file right here. You can go write that up. Or I'll tell you what, I'll just give you the whole file. I don't want you to forget your registration or your other paperwork. So you can give her that after you fill out the form, okay? Thank you. Now I'm on Farhad, I'm sorry. 6F246026. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Good morning. No.
I need your whole name.
Not affirmative.
All right. So you met with the department rep, correct?
Yes.
And you are going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes.
They warned you on the no insurance and no registration. They're going to dismiss the speed. Do you have insurance now?
Yes.
All right. To the charge of impeding traffic, how do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and accept the plea. I'm going to dismiss the original charge. 160 is your total. You're all set. Have a great day. Good luck. Bill Ampla, 26W842230.
Judge, he was on Zoom and he disconnected. I've been trying to call him and connect and back through to him.
Where's he out of?
I
Here.
believe he was Pennsylvania.
I'll tell you what, let's just hope he logs back in, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to call him also.
Good enough. Thank you. People against Jenny Lynn Justice, 26W842172. Your name, ma'am?
Jenny Lynn Justice?
All right, so you are going to plead responsible to impeding traffic, correct?
Correct.
To that charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted. The original charge of avoid traffic control device is dismissed. 155 is your total. You can go online and pay that, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Best of luck to you. Thank you. People against Talton Jr., Kenneth Talton Jr., 260-647-651. Your name, sir? All right, I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you sure you want to plead to impeding?
Yes, sir.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible? I'll accept the plea. 150 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right and your own.
This courtroom moment shows exactly what happens when someone thinks they can ignore the system and then has to face the consequences. A defendant stood in front of the judge over something that seemed small, a $249 unpaid fine. But the reality hit hard when the judge explained it clearly. If he didn't pay, he could end up serving nearly 25 days in jail. And standing there, he admitted he barely had a few dollars to his name. Instead of punishing him immediately, the judge did something important. He gave him a chance. More time, a clear deadline, and one simple instruction. Don't ignore the court again. But then, just moments later, another case showed the other side of that decision. A different defendant had already been given a payment plan, weekly payments, simple terms. But for months, he paid nothing. No calls, no updates, no respect for the process. And that's when the judge's tone changed. Not shouting, but sharp, direct, and serious. He called it out for what it was. Not a mistake, but a choice. You didn't forget. You just blew it off. And the warning was clear. Next time, jail wouldn't even be a question. Because in court, it's not just about money. It's about responsibility. You can be given chances, but only if you take them seriously. So here's the real question. When someone keeps ignoring court orders, should judges stay patient, or is jail the only way to make them understand? Like and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.